Hi guys, I am John from Manga Experts. I am happy to bring you another list. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like our content. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Solo Login. 11-year-old Jung Si-woo never had any friends, because there was nothing interesting about him. He lived an average life as an average person in an average world. But suddenly, the Earth faced a great change when mysterious floating sky castles appeared. The sky castles granted some people wings and power, but unfortunately, Si-woo wasn't one of them. Number 9. The Blade of Evolution. Walking alone in the dungeon. A man awakened his healing ability, but this ability is trash. During a mission in an underground dungeon with his team, all members of his team except him were killed. This was due to the angry last priest who was released because of them. In this dungeon, he got a sword and upgraded his powers with that sword. What would that man do alone against all that? The first few chapters look like cheap copy-paste of Solo Leveling, but it gets good with each passing chapter. Number 8. Overgeared, Team Argo. Yongwoo Shin, username Breed. In the world's best virtual reality game, bad luck always revolves around him, but he stumbled across a job during a quest. The strongest legendary job out of over 2 billion players. Number 7. The Live. Yoon Jae lost his wife and daughter due to an injustice, lives in despair day after day, and reads the diary sent from the future. The Holy Grail, given to those who overcome the game of the world of the backside. It is said that if you use it, you can reunite with your lost family. In the cruel world where only powerful survives, Yoon Jae becomes the only one who knows the future. Will he be able to fulfill his wishes? Number 6. Dungeon Reset. Once it starts up, the dungeon goes through a process called Reset the Next User, but this system doesn't apply to the main character. He is the only one left from that endless reset of this dungeon, with simple skills and an overwhelming weapon. Number 5. Ranker who lives a second time. Yoon-woo had a twin brother who disappeared 5 years ago. One day, a pocket watch left by his brother returned to his possession. Inside, he found a hidden diary in which was recorded, "By the time you hear this, I guess I will be already dead." Number 4. Survival story of a sword king in a fantasy world. Ryu Han-bin was a normal person who just had been discharged from his mandatory military service when he was transported to another world. Left to fend for himself, he was given the goal of surviving and growing stronger in a desolate world riddled with monsters. The problem is the guideline that was supposed to be his guiding system to survive is filled with errors. The first few chapters can be a bit confusing for some people, but it gets good after some time. Number 3. My Dad is Too Strong. A scatterbrained, talentless civil servant teleports into a Miriam world. After conquering the Miriam world, he returns as the Heavenly Demon. He now wished to live the rest of his life peacefully, as his days in the Miriam world were full of conflict and bloodshed. However, when he reaches his home, he sees his nephew, who wants him to be his father until she graduates. He suddenly gained a daughter out of nowhere. Number 2. Kill the Hero. One day, the world transformed into a game. Dungeons and monsters emerged in the middle of the cities, and players who had received the god's authority appeared. Sejun Lee, the guildmaster of the Messiah Guild that would bring salvation to the world, wants to put an end to this nightmare. The whole world celebrated the hero's appearance, and the main character became his comrade. But he wasn't a hero nor a messiah like the world was hailing him. He was a deceitful hero with a secret ambition to rule the world. It is very similar to Solo Leveling in many aspects. The art style is also very good. Number 1. Miriam Login. An era where hunters strive on hunting monsters that come from gates. Jin Tycoon is a low-rank hunter who picks up a VR machine and accidentally logs into the game, which is set in the world of martial arts. After many ups and downs, Tycoon is able to escape this world. The strength and skills which he received in the Miriam were able to be carried over back to the real world. This allows him to continue making a living hunter, but he decides to return back to the world of Miriam out of care for his NPC friends. Miriam Login is a very unique and wonderful masterpiece. It's a hybrid between Solo Leveling and Peerless Dad, which are also nothing less than a masterpiece. Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to tell us your opinion in the comment section. We will be happy to discuss it with you guys.